Hello, everyone. This is going to be an election prediction between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. So let's start with the safe states. Montana, I think, is going to be competitive, and same with North Dakota. I'm basing that off of the primaries in these states and the fact that he seems like someone that would appeal to white working class, and I mean that's who Bernie Sanders is. Um, Virginia, I'm gonna leave as safe blue because again, it's trending that way, and I think Bernie Sanders is gonna really appeal to them. New Hampshire, I don't think is gonna be very competitive. Bernie Sanders is from Vermont, so yes, that northeast advantage. Um, so all of these states are up here, blue. And let's mark Colorado safe blue. Because again, white working class, that's basically all of Colorado. And primaries in 2016, I think, would hurt Donald Trump in a Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump election. So you see now we still have 165 electoral votes up for grabs. Bernie Sanders with 216 to Donald Trump's 157. Let's start with some of the easier states. Nevada did go for Hillary Clinton in the Democratic primary. However, I don't think that'll matter in 2020 in this state. It's traditionally blue, or it's becoming traditionally blue anyway. So, and same deal with Minnesota and Michigan. I think those states are going to be easier blues, especially than in 2016. So, I'm trying to decide which state to do next. Let's do Maine too. Since Bernie Sanders is from Vermont, I think he'll carry that district because he has that advantage. Let's look at Florida. I think this will be a state that votes for Bernie Sanders, ultimately putting him over the edge. Again, Florida, it's more who can appeal to the white working class better. Donald Trump's approval ratings are going up right now, but they'll probably subside again. But they're still very low, leading me to believe that Florida will go blue. And that brings me to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, I think, will go blue without much issues. It's a traditionally blue state. It flipped in 2016 for Donald Trump just by the slightest margin. Again, his approval ratings are going down. Bernie Sanders is going to get people excited to vote. And I think he's going to appeal to the white working class, making him the winner of Pennsylvania. Nebraska too is going to be interesting. Okay. Let's go to North Dakota. North Dakota's it's a red state. Now, in my Senate prediction, I made it blue. However, it's more a home state advantage for the Democrats, which is the same deal in Montana. North Dakota, I see going red. Just because I don't think it's ready to flip yet. 2024, North Dakota could change. However, let's look at Montana. Montana is difficult. So actually, I'm gonna leave Montana alone for now. Georgia, I said in my Kamala Harris video, I think there's only two candidates that could flip Georgia, and one of them was her, and the other is Bernie Sanders. Again, here's why I say this: he is going to get people excited to vote. He will appeal to the white working class, and again, or like I said, he makes people excited. He's really going to appeal to those younger voters that Hillary Clinton didn't do as well as she should have done in states like Georgia and North Carolina, which is why I think North Carolina is going to go blue. Again, for the same reasons I listed in Georgia. He's going to appeal to the white working class. He's going to get people excited to vote. Those two things are probably going to be enough to flip North Carolina. Wisconsin, I think Bernie Sanders will carry Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a state that has young voters and it has older people. And I think it's more, I think Hillary Clinton underperformed with those younger voters, where Bernie Sanders, I think, would that's not a good word for it. I think he'd do well with the younger voters and he'd overachieve with them. Which brings me to Ohio. Again, it's the younger voters that we're looking at, and the white working class, which is pretty much all of Ohio. Iowa was pretty much a tie in the 2016 primaries between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Now, Hillary Clinton barely clinched that state. Do I think that Iowa will flip? No, I think it's becoming redder and redder. It's much more a farming state now than it is more a working state. It's just not a state that I can see going blue anytime soon. Especially for a candidate like Bernie Sanders. Arizona, its Latino population is growing. Donald Trump is not going to appeal to Latinos, and we know that. Arizona is also becoming a state of younger people. Again, that gives Bernie Sanders another advantage, which is why I can see Arizona flipping. It's a state that I think would take a lot of campaigning from Bernie Sanders, but I think if a Democratic candidate is going to flip it, I think Bernie Sanders would be a good candidate to do that. Nebraska too. I struggle with this one because as I think about it, I think two different things. I think Nebraska too, it's sort of leaning blue right now, which gives Bernie Sanders an advantage. However, it's sort of just a weird district to judge. And for the sake of this video, I'm actually Nebraska too. I think could be won by Bernie Sanders because he, I think, would appeal to those more rural Democrats. So, I have 24 seconds. So Montana, I'm just going to make it red for the sake of this video. It's very much a red state right now, and I cannot see it flipping. So I thank you for watching. Bye.